I'm on it. It's about time to able to actually get back into bowling at long last.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me free, especially. And even this is my first time playing through bowling it potentially, so... Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is me, Mickey Mouse here.
And of course, I'm the one and only Pinkie Pie here.
Hi, I'm Shy Guy here. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
And it is I'm Joy here from Inside Out. So welcome to you all for the next new video of the Maxi Toys.
And today, as you can see on screen, we are about to be playing through Wii Sports Results, our first ever video of Wii Sports Results.
And basically what we can do from this point is the fact that we are actually going to be revisiting back to bowling again, but this time around though with a different visual style. So even then,
because this usually takes place in somewhat of a holiday tropical setting,
and as you can tell, that we still have exactly the same players as the forms of the original Wii Sports. That, as you can tell, that this is actually our 5th year anniversary of our original Wii Sports video of bowling. So as a result, we could originally try to do that on the 10th of April.
Mainly due to how the fact that Sonic was actually focusing on Shadow the Hedgehog as it is, but even though that Let's Play has now been finished since yesterday, so that means we can actually go ahead and play through a bit of Wii Sports Resort to able to actually utilize our bowling game. So as you can tell, this game heavily utilizes using the Wii Motion Plus peripheral, because if you couldn't tell, if you manage to able to connect this on the bottom of your Wii remote, that if you have yourselves your Wii jacket with you, that way you can able to actually just lock it up, and then that way it doesn't come off as loose. So yeah, that's as far as I can say about this here though. So how this game plays? Well, basically if you remember from the original Wii Sports that we have to still come across into a 10-pin game, but the biggest difference is here that we actually have to utilize the Motion Plus peripheral. Now, as you can see, I've actually got myself 4 here, but I need to get myself 6 pins remaining. So even then, let's go ahead and give us another good shot. Hooray! Good start for me, fast as spare.
Yeah, good stuff for you though, but what I've remembered about 5 years ago, that I did manage to win on Wii Sports Bowling, did I?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's pretty much true for that part.
Yeah, which is probably true for that knowledge as far as I've heard about that. And hopefully though that Mickey might actually get back into his vengeance after like lost by 2 pins from me. But even then though, we'll definitely see what happens there. And straight off the bat, I have a terrible start on this particular turn right there.
Because of this though, we're not exactly a huge expert of this particular incarnation of bowling, because we're more accustomed to the forms of the original version, just because in the original version, oh, lucky you, Shy Guy. Well, I got lucky for that apartment right there.
Huh, you son of a...
Whatever. It's just for fun for the sake of beings. So today was actually forms of the 30th of April, in this case the final day of April.
And then even then, that we actually got ourselves tomorrow, but the fact of the matter is though, is that tomorrow will be our 5th month of 2019, which appears to be May.
So, generally speaking about the fact that some things will happen on May, like for instance, for example, Detective Pikachu film will be released.
And especially noticeable of how the fact that, well, I'm not sure if everything else though, aside from Detective Pikachu film, and that's as far as I can think about it, so...
And that was a pretty terrible start at the very end. Well, usually, not so bad in the beginning for my part, but at the end, I simply have no idea what that's been happening, so... In fact, because of this though, it's been a really long time since I actually played Wii Sports Resort, more than or lesser than the forms of how it does it on Wii Sports, because I played Wii Sports the originals a lot.
I think it's pretty obvious because of how the fact that the difference is between Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, that this game usually forces you to able to use the Motion Plus accessory until you're able to actually make the controls work.
Whilst unlike the original version, then basically it's just the its own Wii remote, so...
And also, as you can tell, that Shy Guy does have himself his different throwing style. Like, for instance, he got himself, depending on what throwing types you want to go to, sometimes you can either get the automatic mode, or the manual mode. It all depending on how the factor with your control skills and all that stuff, which I believe if you set this on manual, basically what that can does is the fact that you can able to actually let go of the B button if you manage to like throw the actual Wii Motion Plus peripheral straight ahead. And then once you do is like automatic mode, if I'm probably not mistaken, that what the only difference is between these two throws is that obviously you have yourselves your you know, different automatic throwing technique, which it's hard to explain because even then though it's been a long time since I actually played this game, so even for the entire bowling of Wii Sports Results kind of think about it. Because there are some other Wii games that usually utilize the Motion Plus technology, like for instance Wii Motion or yeah, Wii Play Motion is one of those games. And there's also another one usually utilizes the Motion Plus accessory, which is obviously The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Because, you know, that game usually utilizes the techniques of the actual demonstration of how the sword play actually works out to be. Even especially noticeable with the Motion Plus technology as far as I'm concerned. There's also some other ones here now as well, like for instance Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games. But that was only on the Wii U title, so... Oh, that was a really bad start that they... Oh, terrible throw at the end. Yeah, just because, you know, you have to be... Although the only thing is about this version of Wii Sports Resort, though, with the actual bowling event, that, depending on if you manage to twist your Wii remote, then sometimes you get yourselves your different ball spins, so that probably gets the actual explanation right there. Enjoy. What on earth are you doing? Well, I was able to actually go ahead and just knock those pins down, but I just keep on getting myself screwed over right there. Okay, then. So, yeah, I cannot believe this has been about 5 years. Well, actually, as far as I can say, over 5 years since the original Wii Sports Golf, you know, Wii Sports Bowling video. Because, well, I believe if we remember correctly, Pinkie Pie, that we did manage to talk about Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U / Nintendo 3DS Direct. Yeah, as far as I can remember that back in 2014. But sadly, that's not the case for this point today because, well, there's not much else you can really talk about this at this point other than we can just play through Wii Sports Results Bowling, so yeah, you get the idea for the gist of it. So, and also if you couldn't tell, that this game also has the achievement system, which basically represents stamps. Which I'll probably mention about this later, because even then, looks like Shy Guy is having a hard time at the moment. Yeah, because of my small arms and all that stuff, and plus I'm really hoping I can get back into its YouTube uploads and anything like that, if it, at least, depending if my voice is actually not that great compared to your guys, but even then, that's as far as I can tell from that point, straight off the bat. But I digress though, so, yeah, apart from those side of things, that, well, not much else to say, apart from the fact that, well, Sonic and Pinkie Pie are still going to be focusing on Super Mario Party. In fact, I've heard that you two have now completely done with those two paths on River Survival mode. Yep, and we'll definitely come back for that more for the rest of the main month. So, but even then, if depends on how long this will take, but even then, we'll definitely see what happens. Especially noticeable how the fact that you're pretty much almost nearly towards the end of the actual Super Mario Party Let's Play, as far as I'm concerned with. Well, depending if the next another Mario Party game announcement is going to be up until this year's E3 or something like that, then obviously it'll just goes really crazy and ridiculous. Especially how the fact that, well, recently we did manage to watch ourselves 5 episodes so far for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 9, aka the final season. Oh yeah, because of that though, yeah. So yeah, as you can see right there, that's what Joyce managed to select, and basically it tells you what the achievements you can get. Normally you can get like 5 achievements every time you get a stamp, so naturally such, then that probably explains it, so. And as a matter of fact though, that in order to actually get some of these stamps, they have to require certain achievements. Like for instance, for example, one of those achievements, or stamps I should say, basically we need to get about 3 turkeys within one, 3 turkey, well, in this case, like, get 3 strikes in one go. So even then though, like, for instance, Mickey Mouse almost gonna be able to go ahead and, you know, try to get the, oh, lucky you, Mickey.
Yep, I'm pretty much skillful when it comes to that particular part right there. I'm not exactly sure I've actually done it on the original Wii Sports game though, but I might as well research onto that. But even then, it's probably too late for now, because obviously, you know, as far as I've noticed, is the fact that there are other modes here and there as well with the bowling videos we like to show off, like for instance the 100 pin game, or especially noticeable with that spin control. But I don't think we've got enough time for that, honestly, Shy Guy, because obviously we need to still focusing on current Let's Plays that we are still currently doing, like, you know, for instance, you know, Pinkie Pie and Sonic still needs to focusing on you know, Super Mario Party, and I still really need to get back into The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past, actually, so that way we could able to do the next Zelda experience Let's Playing wise before we jump into the next chronological order when it comes to release by release is the forms of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which thankfully though we can able to actually do that Let's Play of that, specifically on the Nintendo Switch version, because obviously it's a remake a remake of the classic Game Boy game, and we really love to able to actually tackle for that game, well, after whenever I deal with A Link to the Past first. So, but even though that way it could make it happen. So, well, as long as you can able to actually just to realize for predictions or anything, or what about that Sonic definitely needs to get back into Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. In fact, as far as I've heard, that he will be back onto that until tomorrow. So, for those of you guys really actually looking forward to that, then who knows? Who knows to that? Alright, so now it's my go, and son of a... Okay, come on. Thank you. Although I will admit though, Shy Guys, the fact that I'm pretty sure you got your throwing style in automatic mode, which I could assume that's what this is actually going. Yeah, probably true. And also another thing I want to mention about this actually is the fact that, well, we've managed to able to play through Super Smash Bros. Ultimate recently, and so far I'm actually almost nearly towards the end of World of Light, even though there are some spirits I need to able to like unlocking still, and especially noticeable how the fact that recently I've managed to finally unlock all the characters in the entire game, besides DLC in the future. But even then though, that will find things out until this year's E3. Yeah, especially noticeable how the fact that, well, after all, we still got 4 DLC characters left until the actual in-game package will be complete. And as a matter of fact though, Pinkie Pie, it did took me about a few days to able to unlock those, you know, the main characters, because I'm used to playing Kingdom Hearts recently, so because of this though, I really hoping I can get back into Smash Bros. Ultimate by that time, so... But even then though, we haven't exactly played that game that much in comparison to the forms of, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 ever since the very beginning of the year. But apart from that though, Pinkie Pie, I did manage to get back into that game basically, so... Yeah, as far as I can see how this will go, so... And I'm pretty sure that me and Sonic already mentioned about this before, that recently Kingdom Hearts 3 did got themselves a new difficulty option now, due to the actual free update, which appears to be critical mode. So, about time to able to actually add that difficulty though. But I don't know if we can able to do that yet though. That's what me and Sonic just said. Jeez. Oh, I got my double strike, oh yeah. I think I can able to actually get the third one by the forms of Turkey, and that way I can get my, my next stamp, so... Oh yeah, because you remember what you did done, the split spear? Basically you can able to get yourself your first, stamp. Okay, seems a little bit more logical or anything, so... But anyways though. And, aside from that though, that's as far as we can able to say about this, up until at this point. And even then though, yeah. Alright, I can't really tell who's winning at the moment, but I'm guessing I was the victory right now, after getting that massive payback from you, Pinkie Pie, for able to win by 2 pins, you know, just right in front of me. I know, a bit of a lucky, victory for that department right there, I gotta say that's for this matter. But even then though, still. Alright, so let's see how I do here. I think I'm doing not so terrible, but not great either. There's also a Wii Sports Club incarnation, but to me though, Wii Sports Club is kind of bare bones to me, because, well, I do appreciate about the forms of like remaking the game in HD of the original Wii Sports and all that stuff, but the only problem I have with Wii Sports Club though is the fact that there's not much else depth to it. Especially noticeable how— oh, nice! Haha!
That means you might as well get yourselves your second stamp until this game is actually finished.
Hopefully, eventually in the future, though, that we could able to do. Well, actually, I kind of think about it. Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi did manage to done Wii Sports Golf back in 2014, but they like to able to do that at some point in. I don't think it's necessary in August by that time, because we are still practically going to be doing another marathon that we love to able to do when it comes to like doing other Let's Plays and all that stuff.
Yeah, probably true, but again, we'll find out and see what happens. We were expecting we could do Mega Man X marathon, like going through Mega Man X 1 through 8.
Well, exception by the forms of Maverick Hunter X for the PlayStation Portable.
Oh, sweet victory for me! In fact, I got myself a nice little beautiful strike at the end.
But you might not catch up to me though, Pinkie Pie, because obviously I'm still on the top leaderboard by 175 pins.
Yeah, true, but hey, at least I'll let you win this time around though, unlike in 2014 that you did somehow lose by 2 pins from me. So, yeah, you get the idea.
Alright, so now it's my go now, so let's see if I can get that last pin. Shut up. Come on. Seems like you're having a hard time there, Shy Guy. Yeah, I know that, but as long as I got myself my glorious spear, then I shall be able to actually go ahead and there we go. That's much better. But I'll take myself 7 as it is, but even though that's pretty much done for me. Of course, like always, from the original Wii Sports, is the fact that, well, obviously we have to do it with 10 frames, just like the original, so, but yeah, you could get the idea for that point.
So yeah, you probably get the idea with Wii Sports Resort's incarnation of bowling. So it's basically plays out exactly like the original, but the biggest difference is that the structure itself of this particular sports event is actually a little bit different here.
Finish!
So anyways, let's see the results here. So even though Mickey's in first place, and I'm in second place, Strike Guy was in third place, and Joy, sadly, she was in fourth place, but at least you did that pretty good. Thank you, Pinkie Pie, for able to actually just to make it a little bit more of a compliments for my skills right there, despite I didn't do that great, but not awesome either, but apart from that, though, it's not too bad.
So, yeah, that's as far as we can say about the forms of Wii Sports Resorts Bowling, and it basically functions the same way for how it does it on the original, but, you know, with the Motion Plus peripheral they need to deal with. And just like the forms of the original Wii Sports game, that, as you, play through the actual sport, then the more skill points you can able to get up to. Like, once again, if you go up to 1,000 points, then you can get up to Pro. So in this case, I've got myself my new high score here, and my first stamp. And also, not to mention, my second stamp. Hooray!
And I believe this only happens if you get like 3 strikes in a row, and you get yourselves a split, spare, if you like to say so. Or spare, whatever you want to call it.
So, that digress. So, thank you so much for watching of this particular video. I know this video is kind of short, but because of this, there's not much else we can actually say when it comes to news logic and stuff. So, this is me, Mickey Mouse here.
Pinkie Pie here, Joy here,
Shy Guy here.
and we'll see you guys at some point in the future. Most notably, me and Sonic are still going to come back to River Survival mode in Super Mario Party, so join me next weekend. Or in this case, this weekend, actually.
And I'll see you guys soon enough. See you, Nintendo. See you guys then.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.